Morning all. I just thought I'd say it's good reason not to panic sell. As you can see, this is a shot of the Shiba perpetuals, which is the future markets. But it reflects the same in whether you're USD or not. You can have a look at this over a 1 minute cycle where it peaked earlier this morning. Shiba, this is at 8409 around that area there. It took a big hit just here, but that's to be expected. Markets do that, and they've done that all the way along. If we can see, if we can zoom right in, we'll see here that they always go up, always come down. What you're looking for is this gradual climb. And yet you can understand people panicking a little bit here, maybe, and trying to sell out, or buying it and then coming back and then buying in the dip. So if we see what's happened here is we've got a buy back in the dip, gone up, a little bit down, up, down. Well, that's good trending. Same sort of thing here. So we've had a little bit of hit. Coinbase apparently came back online about here, and it's going down there. But as you can see, it looks scary when it's going down like that, but you've got to take it into perspective on how you have your graph set up. You can make it look as scary as you want. It's not panic times at all, for sure. I mean, this is still amazing growth, and it's all about perspective. As like I said, I woke up right about here, about 5 a.m. this morning, Brisbane, Australian time, and life was good. But if you'd started watching it here and it had gone all the way up, and then suddenly you'd woke up here, you'd probably feel like you'd missed out. But as you can see, the market's recovered again, and we've definitely got a sharp little look. The other thing we want to look at is the converging lines here, which is the yellow line and the green line. You can see what happens when the green line crosses. I've always talked about this. We get a raise, and as it starts to come down, we usually get a drop. So it's still in a raise mode at the moment. As you can see, the green line going back up, and you can see that as we go across here. Yellow line crosses, we see a downtrend. The green line over here, we can see green line crossing right back here, and you can see an uptrend of the line. That's over a 1 minute period. Take that out to, say, an hour, see a different story. So we obviously adjust our graphs a bit. You can see over an hour, if you were watching it as an hourly basis, that's just a great climb all the time. So from long-term investing point of view, let's look at a day. And you can see again, just adjusting our graphs. This thing, the green line, which is the 9-week average, this is the 9-day average, is always above. So for the last, we'll zoom in a little bit closer if we can. Basically, since this point here, which we were at 0.00725, it's been growing all the way up there. So there's absolutely no reason to sell at all along the way. Now, there are people who can take profits in this period here, which more power to them. We did that with the future trading. We were obviously buying in these spikes, selling off future trading here, and then obviously selling short, which means selling short means banking on it going down, and using leveraging over here, which you can see, which is up to 20x. But to be honest, we very rarely use 20x anymore, because it just means that it sets your liquidation price, the price at which they decide that they're going to pull back in their money that they borrowed you. So it's very, very dangerous doing that. But if you're an experienced trader, by all means, go for it. So, and as you look at, as we go along here, you see the upward trends. Again, we've got the green line here pointing up. The other thing we want to look at is the RSI, which is at a monstrous 92.07. Again, looking at the other markets at the moment, we've got BTC, and trying to get an idea of what it's doing. Again, still over a long period of time, BTC is still a great investment. Looking on short term, the 1 minute market, if you're a complete nut like me and watch it all the time, you can see it crossed over here. We had a massive dip going back here. See, bang, it's got dropped right down here for no apparent reason other than there's some speculation on future trading and whether the options have been called in, and then it's sort of stabilized and crashed again, but then we had a massive lift and down. So we get that up and down motion again. Again, the graph looks like it's heading back in the right direction to me. If you look at that, it's a nice curve up there. So we'll be looking at trying to break this today and getting to the 60 mark. And if we look at our lines for crossing, I'll try not to go too fast, but we've got a yellow line here, which is a 20 average. So the green line is above that. So overall, we're seeing a gentle lift, and we'll probably see this start to come down. So we may see a little bit of a drop down here, and then a re-emergence. But if you're a long-term trader, as I say, going on to maybe the 1 hour, you'll see that it is on a downward trend on the 1 hour. So if you're a day trader, that's probably what I'd be using. You say, well, okay, it's probably not right to buy in at the moment, but it was certainly good there in that period there. You would have risen from 60 up to 63,561, and then we had that big crash last night, and it's been on a sale mode since then over that 1 hour period. But you will see this here start to trickle back around. You can see the bend in the line now coming in there, and the RSI needs to be up around that 50 mark for us to have confidence in there. So short-term trading on 1 minute, definitely still in that zone. We've got the green line coming up again. As soon as that crosses over, we'll be in a sell mode, and then watch for that green line to come back up over. I hope that helps a bit and explains a little bit about how the market works.